And what if the people in this kingdom gathering who Christ himself calls the church, what if we saw we need one another and knew that we were needed by the others around us? What if we could humbly elevate the dignity of others in a way that connects them to the story that Jesus wants them to have and connects them to Jesus? And what if we could share the power of Jesus in a way that serves their souls while serving their needs? Can I tell you something? If Jesus is powerful enough to do the impossible, change your life and make you right with God, nothing is impossible for him. Nothing is impossible. And can I tell you something about the beautiful thing about the church? Because the church is a community where you can come and you can be served, and the church is a community where you can serve. This is the beautiful thing about serving within the church community. It's a powerful thing. It's all the believers were together, having everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day, they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who are being saved. We could get so focused sometimes, I think, honestly, on serving those people outside the church that God forgets that we are called to serve this. And when Jesus would say, when he would wash his disciples' feet, and he would give his disciples this command to love one another, as I've loved you, you must love one another. He connects us to the idea of serving in this most basic way, that there's no service below you to do with one another. Jesus was perpetuating this culture. He wanted this to be a way that we meet one another's needs, and we're loving one another in this way, and we're demonstrating that. And Jesus would say this would be the testimony to the world out there, that you're my disciples. This will be how the world sees me, and they'll want to be a part of that type of community. This is the testimony of the world that God wants the church to show the world. See, the church is the community where you can be served and can serve. And this equips and positions you to be on mission to bless. There's something powerful that happens when we do this. Because serving within the church body equips and positions you to serve those with whom you live, work, study, and play. But before we release you to do that, we need to serve one another in the way that we've been doing this regularly. And I'm going to ask you, will you stand with me now? I'm going to boldly ask you to find 2 or 3 people close to you. And I'm going to ask you to just, if you don't know them, ask their name first, but just ask this question: how may I pray with you? And this is what I want you to do. After you ask that question and they answer that question, you as the person who asked that question, I want you to have the faith to pray. Just pray. You're not the one meeting their need. You're going to pray that God meets that need. And if you don't have anything that you're in need of, just pray that God builds my faith. Will you just ask that? Be bold to ask that. We all need to grow in our faith.